Hello and welcome to Who is Who channel. Today you will know more about George Prescott Bush. Introduction. George Prescott Bush, born April 24, 1976, is an American corporate lawyer, former U.S. Navy Reserve officer, real estate investor, and politician who serves as the Commissioner of the Texas General Land Office. A fourth-generation elected official as a member of the Bush family, he is the oldest child of former Florida Governor Jeb Bush, a nephew of the 43rd President George W. Bush, and a grandson of the 41st President George H. W. Bush, after whom he is named. Bush's middle name is taken from his great-grandfather, Senator Prescott Bush. His early life and education. Bush was born in Houston, Texas, to Jeb and Columba Bush, née Garnica Gallo. Bush has two siblings, younger sister Noelle Lucilla Bush and younger brother John Ellis Bush, Jr. In 1994, Bush was arrested for burglary in the Killeen area of Miami, Florida, but not charged. He graduated from Rice University and then attended law school at the University of Texas School of Law, where he earned a Juris Doctor degree in 2003. Like his father and uncle, both at Yale, Bush was a freshman walk-on to the baseball team at Rice University but left the team by his sophomore year. Bush played quarterback for the Jones College intramural football team. He was also featured in People magazine's Top 100 Bachelors in 2000. His career. In 1998, Bush became a public high school teacher in Homestead, Florida. He later left this position to go to law school in Texas. After law school, he clerked for U.S. District Judge for the Northern District of Texas, Sidney A. Fitzwater. Bush managed Street, August & Partners, an energy and technology-focused investment firm in Fort Worth, Texas. Previously, he co-founded Pennybacker Capital, LLC, a real estate private equity firm in Austin, Texas. The firm was originally named N3 Capital and headquartered in Fort Worth. Bush left Pennybacker Capital in 2012. Before entering the real estate investment business, he practiced corporate and securities law in Dallas with Akin, Gump, Strauss, Hauer & Feld LLP. In 2005, Bush was selected as one of Texas Monthly's Rising Stars for his work with Akin Gump. Bush was the national co-chair of Maverick PAC, a national political action committee dedicated to engaging the next generation of Republican voters. Bush was also a co-founder and on the board of directors of Hispanic Republicans of Texas, a political action committee whose goal is to elect Republican political candidates of Hispanic heritage to office in Texas. Bush was the Tarrant County chairman for Uplift Education, a Dallas-based public charter network focused on closing the achievement gap in inner-city public schools. His military service. On March 21, 2007, the United States Navy Reserve announced the selection of Bush for training as an intelligence officer through the Direct Commission Officer Program, a Navy initiative whereby applicants in specialized civilian fields forego the typical prerequisites of a commission, such as the Naval Academy, NROTC or OCS, and, instead, attend 3 weeks of Direct Commissioned Officer Indoctrination Course DCOIC classes on subjects such as naval history, customs, and courtesies, followed by online classes. Bush told the Politico that attending the October 2006 launch of the aircraft carrier named for his grandfather, the USS George H. W. Bush, inspired him to join the service. He also called the death of Pat Tillman, the NFL player and Army Ranger who was killed in a friendly fire incident in Afghanistan in 2004, a wake-up call. Bush served in Operation Enduring Freedom for 8 months and returned to the United States in 2011. During that deployment, he was given a different name for security purposes. Not even those he was serving alongside knew his real identity. Bush left the U.S. Navy Reserve on May 9, 2017, at the rank of lieutenant. His political activity. At the age of 12, Bush spoke before the 1988 Republican National Convention, which nominated his father. He also spoke at the 1992 convention on the occasion of George H.W. Bush's renomination. He campaigned for his uncle, George W. Bush, during the 2000 and 2004 presidential campaigns. In his speeches, he stated support for his uncle's position in favor of comprehensive immigration reform. He has expressed his opinion on some issues. In August 2004, during a trip to Mexico sponsored by the group Republicans Abroad, he called Venezuelan President Hugo Chavez a dictator and criticized the U.S. Border Patrol's use of guns which fire plastic pellets packed with chili powder. Bush was quoted as telling Mexican media, "If there has been American approval for this policy, that is reprehensible. It's kind of barbarous." He attributed the gun usage to some local ins guy who's trying to be tough, act macho, although it is an agency policy. When asked in 2003 about whether he planned to run for office himself, Bush replied that his mother, Barbara Bush, had advised that anyone thinking about entering politics should distinguish himself in some other field first, make a name for yourself, have a family, marry someone great, have some kids, buy a house, pay taxes, and do the things everyone also does instead of just running out and saying, "Hey, I'm the nephew of or the son of or the grandson of." Bush criticized Florida Governor Charlie Crist for accepting money from the 2009 stimulus package, calling for a return to fiscal conservatism. In January 2010, he endorsed Marco Rubio, Crist's opponent for the United States Senate. Bush served as a member of several diplomacy missions, including one to Nicaragua for the second peaceful transfer of power in that country, and one to Brazil for the Pan American Games in 2007. He also joined 2 U.S. congressional delegations, one to Saudi Arabia during the Arab Spring of 2011, and one to Turkey in 2012 at the time of the civil war in neighboring Syria. As of 2012, he was the deputy finance chairman of the Republican Party of Texas. He was ranked one of Newsmax's 50 most influential Latino Republicans in 2016. His father ran in the 2016 Republican presidential race but later dropped out. After his father's exit from the race, Bush campaigned for Donald Trump as chairman of the Texas Republican Party's effort on behalf of Trump. Most of the remainder of Bush's family refused to campaign for Trump. Thank you for watching my video about George Prescott Bush. Please don't forget to leave a like as it will help all of us. Also a comment, who do you want to see in the next Who is Who video. Take care.